Hey everybody, Motumbo here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena, and we are going to play a deck that we actually lost to in our last video. So I figured that since we lost to it, might as well maybe try to highlight it and see if it see how good the deck really is. But as always, before we hop into today's deck, just want to give a quick reminder: if you enjoy the video, enjoy the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, check out all those cool links down below, join the Discord, and again, any kind of interaction you can give to the channel, it does help the channel grow immensely, and I am always so appreciative of anything you can do. And again, all of that is just free. Just click, leave a comment. So with that being said, let's hop right into today's deck, and we are playing ZomboCombo. Now, full disclaimer, there's actually not a combo per se in this deck. We are actually just trying to really outvalue our opponent by putting in a ton of zombies into play and kind of just machine gunning our opponents down. So how do we do that? Well, let's take a look at our two multicolor cards that we're playing. We're playing Corpse Knight and Wayward Servant. So these are kind of the same card. So there's a very slight difference to these, but they essentially are going to be the cards that help really win us the game. So Wayward Servant, what it says is whenever another zombie enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent's going to lose a life and we're going to gain a life. So again, anytime one of our zombies comes into play, they're going to lose a life, we're going to gain a life. That's how we're going to machine gun them down, because we're going to be trying to put in so many zombies into play at once. So again, the similar card to that, Corpse Knight, another zombie. The only difference to this card with the Wayward Servant is it does the same thing, except for we don't actually gain life. So anytime another creature enters the battlefield under our control, each opponent's going to lose a life. So again, same kind of concept here, just minus the life gain. So this is how we're going to, like I said, machine gun our opponents down. It's going to be really, really good. And you know, hopefully we're just going to see so many zombies just hitting the board all at once. Then we're just going to see a sea of triggers that we're going to be able to just click through, and our opponent's life total is just going to, like, 20, 19, 18, hopefully all the way down to 0 in one turn, or as close to humanly possible. So, but let's just run down the list of all of the zombies that we're actually playing, because again, most of the zombies in our deck actually do fuel some kind of purpose in the deck for the eventual payoffs. So let's just start off here. We have Champion of the Parish. Champion of the Parish is one of the newer cards printed in the newest set. So it is a 1-mana 1/1. It is really a playoff of Champion of the Parish. That is a 1/1 human that pretty much does the exact same thing. But this says whenever another zombie enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Champion of the Parish. So again, we're going to be putting in zombies. This thing's just going to be getting exponentially bigger and bigger and bigger. And maybe we're going to be able to swing in with just a giant Champion of the Parish that maybe is like a 5/5 or maybe even like a 10/10. But again, we're hoping to just grow this out really, really, really big and just get the job done with a giant. I mean, like you could just imagine like something from just some crazy zombie movie, just a giant zombie like just coming at you. So, maybe it's going to be that. Next, we have 4 copies of Cryptbreaker. So Cryptbreaker is probably the best zombie in our deck. It is super powerful. Cryptbreaker is a 1-mana 1/1. This was in one of the anthologies. Obviously, you'd have to craft these because I don't think that this anthology is available for purchase. So you would have to use wild cards on this Cryptbreaker. But it's a 1-mana 1/1. For 2 mana and tap, discard a card, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. So you could be discarding lands out of your hand to actually be creating zombie tokens, which is going to trigger pretty much all of our other cards. But the main thing that we're going to be doing with Cryptbreaker is actually going to be the second ability that says tap 3 untapped zombies you control. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. So this is going to give us major card advantage because we are just going to be putting so many zombies into play. This is not necessarily a tap ability where you have to tap itself to activate it. You could just tap 3 zombies. So if you have 6 zombies in play, you can actually do this twice in one turn. So like I said, really, really good value. Yes, you do lose a life, but again, not going to be a problem if we're going to be gaining life back from our Wayward Servant. Next, we have Stitcher Supplier. This one's kind of a this is, I would say, almost a filler card. You don't really have to be playing Stitcher Supplier, but it does have really good synergy with what we're trying to do in our deck. So Stitcher Supplier, 1 mana, 1/1. When it enters the battlefield or dies, mill 3 cards. So we'll get to this. We'll get to the synergistic cards here in a bit, but we're just gonna keep going with zombies. We're gonna hit all the creatures first. Lazotep Reaper. So this is really good for a couple of reasons. So mainly for 2 mana, it puts 2 creatures into play. So it has the, it says when it enters the battlefield, amass 1. Amass says put a +1/+1 counter on an army you control. If you don't, create a 0/0 black zombie army creature token first. So for 2 mana, you get a 1/2 and a 1/1. And so this is important because this essentially triggers either the Corpse Knight or the Wayward Servant twice because it's 2 different zombies entering the battlefield. But what is really good about this is with Cryptbreaker, you play Cryptbreaker on turn 1, Lazotep Reaver on turn 2, and you immediately have the ability to tap Cryptbreaker to start drawing cards on as early as turn 2 because you have 3 creatures on turn 2. So really, really, really good. Next we have Undead Augur. 2 mana 2/2. This was printed in the Jumpstart / Modern Horizons. So 2 mana 2/2. Whenever this or another zombie you control dies, you draw a card and you lose a life. This is good because it doesn't necessarily do anything with tokens. You still draw cards off of tokens with this, as opposed to some of the other cards. You know, like what was there, Midnight Reaver, Midnight Reaper, I believe it was. You don't actually draw cards with tokens, but this is going to hit all of the zombies. So this is going to refuel our hands if our opponent's able to, basically wipe our board and just refill our hand, and we're just gonna be able to keep going and not run out of gas. Zombies running out of gas is no fun. And then the last creature we actually have is going to be Diagraph Colossus. So this card can have the potential to be insane. This was reprinted in Jumpstart. I don't remember what set this originally was printed in, but 3 mana 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, it gets +1/+1, a counter for each zombie card in your graveyard. So if they're killing our zombies, this is going to be bigger when it comes into play. If we've, again, the synergy with Stitcher Supplier, could potentially make this bigger when it comes into play. But also, whenever you cast a zombie spell, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature. So we're going to be casting zombies from our hand. We're going to be also making zombies from this. So we're going to be, the zombies that we're casting are coming into play. The zombies from the Colossus are going to be coming into play. And then each time we cast a zombie, we're getting multiple triggers off of our Corpse Knight and our Wayward Servants. So that's really going to be part of how we gun our opponents down, because we're just going to be playing zombies, getting zombies, making tokens, and just going really, really crazy. So then let's just hit on our 2 other cards. We have 4 copies of Dark Salvation. This is a great removal spell. 1 black and 2X. Target player creates X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Then up to 1 creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn for each zombie that player controls. So to kind of explain this, basically for 3 mana, you get to make 1 2/2 zombie, but then you also get to give a creature -X/-X. So it's going to check all of the zombies that we have in play. So if you already had, let's pretend that we had 1 zombie in play already. We cast this for X = 1. So we're spending 3 mana. Now we have 2 zombies, and then we can give a creature -2/-2 for 2 mana. Or I'm sorry, for 3 mana basically. So it's going to give us a creature. It's going to remove a creature. Really, really good. But last but not least, the ultimate end-all be-all card for this deck: Return to the Ranks. 2 white and X. Convoke. Return X target creature cards with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So our opponent is going to be killing all of our creatures, or we're going to be milling them with Stitcher Supplier, or we're going to be sacking them maybe to Phyrexian Tower, or, who knows how our cards are getting our graveyard. Maybe we're discarding cards to Cryptbreaker. But what's going to happen is eventually we're going to be able to return to the ranks for a bunch, and we're going to bring in everything on, that's in the graveyard in these 2 piles back into play. And all of these Corpse Knight and Wayward Servants are going to trigger depending on how many we have. And again, we're just going to machine gun our opponents down. And that is going to be the potential Zombo combo that we're playing. So that is the deck. We're playing 22 lands because, again, we are topping out our curve at 3. Return to the Ranks, is a potential X spell along with Dark Salvation, but the big payoff, Return to the Ranks, does have Convoke, so we could tap our other creatures to actually help pay for it, and that is what we're going to be doing. So again, 22 land in this ZomboCombo deck. So let's see what we can do, and let's see if this deck really is as good as we thought it was when we just got destroyed by it the other day. So let's hop into these games. We'll see you guys all at the wrap up. All right, how are these zombies gonna fare? Who knows? Let's see if we can pull off the ZomboCombo. And there's not really a combo, like I'd mentioned. They're just we're gonna try to just deal a lot of damage in one turn by bringing back. We go first. This is not a great hand because of our land situation, but we're definitely going to lead out on a turn 1 Cryptbreaker. If we draw a land that comes into play on tap, this is huge because then we can immediately start with our zombies. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and pass. That was a huge draw. Huge draw. I wonder what they take. Yeah, that's what I thought. Go. Okay. Go ahead and play this first, right? They already... We got to start dealing damage. We can't just sit there and draw cards forever. Thief of Sanity. Are they playing our deck? Looks like they are. I mean, they already know about this. And we're just going to go ahead and get in. Okay, so they're gonna board wipe us this turn, probably. Ritualist Soot. Get something good. No, that's not good. That's not good. That was pretty good. And let's just hope. Let us hope. Beyond hope. Right, so Ashiok activates. This is free, essentially. And then we can... do this for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Equals 4. 3, 4. Let's go. What do you got? This is the ZomboCombo. It's so much damage in one turn. Oh, so many things are happening. Oh, that felt great. Oh, that was amazing. That's cool though. Like, playing against that deck, you know, them having to chump block, or at least feeling like they had to chump block with the Thief of Sanity. But then tapping out for that Ashiok and us actually drawing a Return to the Ranks there was really good. That card was really so much damage shot. So, all right, let's head right into the next game. I always do that. I have to be better about switching my camera between the intro and game 1. So. We're hydrating, as we do in game 2. So, I guess we're going to lead off Stitcher Supplier into Augur. Alright, opponent's going first. Mikey Hawk. And against Life Gain. Okay, that's going to be definitely an interesting matchup. Alright, We hit one creature. We want to be hitting more creatures. If they just get the jump. Oh, okay. So they're going to be playing like a life gain combo deck. Want to get in there? You don't want to get in? Let me give you a couple life. We're going to get in. I know you're not going to block because you just gained 2 life off of us, but 3 mana, probably like a veto. Oh, they're playing this deck. Okay. 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 Their creatures are ridiculously really quickly. Anything we can add? Probably not. So if we play this, they're going to gain 4 life. Not great. Yeah, we were just gonna have to end the turn, right? They're probably just gonna end up squirreling us out. Veto. I do think this might be one of our worst matchups, right? And this sort of mitigates the life gain that they're getting, but at the same time it's still giving them counters. So I mean we're gonna lose this game regardless. So yep, we're just gonna end up killing ourselves, right? Veto plus life gain, pretty bad. We're just giving it all to them, right? Giving it all to them. This happens, right? You know, our opponent gets to do their thing. No attacks. No attacks. We know what's up. They're getting to definitely have fun with their deck over there. Oh yeah, well, we're going to go out on our terms. Oh, let's give them the... All right. Good game, opponent. Give him the old zombie wave. Oh no. Oh, we could still do it. Bye. Oh, easily our worst matchup, right? So that was fun though. That was fun. We got to see them do things. And I would like to point out that even though we lost, right, by a pretty substantial margin, we still had quite the board of zombies, right? We still had quite a board presence. I mean, yeah, they had an 8-10 and some 3-3s and a 4-4, but I mean, we still had 7 creatures in play. So, all right, let's hop into the next game. I love getting to see opponents being able to do their thing with their decks, right? You know, I feel like a lot of other people might have just quit in our position there, but you know what? We're gonna go out on our terms. This is a turn 2, turn 3. This would be an experimental hand, right? If we draw a 1-drop, that would be huge. We're gonna give it a shot. We drew a 1-drop. Holy. That was pretty huge. So we get to turn 2 and then turn 3 make a zombie, kill something, and then draw a card. Or this, we have to kill this. 100% we have to kill this man weft. Zero, confirm 0. Plus this. All right. Okay. That's really good news. So I'd rather not deal them 2 damage here. I think we're just going to draw a card. I don't think the 2 damage here is really going to be that huge. Okay. Okay, so do this. We're going to go for... we should have played the tap land. That's my fault. X equals 1. Definitely misplayed there a little bit. Combat. Swing in 2. Be gentle. Okay. That kind of sucks. We're going to race. We're going to raise. Go and do that. Not the card we wanted to draw there. We'd be hitting for 6. Probably want to get rid of that sliver. So I do think we are going to go ahead and do this for 1. Right, and we attack. Yeah, we'll go ahead and swing in for 5. We still get to draw a card, which is important. All right, deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. Okay. Sure. Perfect. All right. Well, this is kind of an important zombie. Do we? I think we're gonna be fine here. We don't. We only have 1 zombie in the graveyard. Is it worth it? I think it is worth it. Equals 1. It's going to deal damage. So maybe it would have actually been worth it to attack with the Stitcher Supplier first there. We're drawing a ton of cards, right? Okay, that's a great. But we might just be like 1 bad sliver away from them killing us. So all right, so we're going to be getting a little bit of our life back here. And we are going to swing in a little. Or another zombie. So, whew, we were going wide. Yeah, I think that was pretty impressive. The fact that we drew 3 of the dark, like all of our dark salvations, was pretty huge that game. And again, the Mana Weft Sliver being able to kill that immediately as they played that was huge. this card can really get out of hand. This card lets them, again, this ramps them. This ramps them into any colors. You never know if these decks are actually playing the giant 5-color sliver overlord or whatever the name is. But like hitting this into, you know, potential 7/7 into a Cloud Shredder is just backbreaking and really, really hard to deal with. So yeah, our draw just really outmatched this game. So let's just hop into the next game. Yeah, we had so many creatures in play that game. Whew, so many creatures. We might have just... I didn't even check to see if we could have just attacked to win that turn with them only having 2 blockers. But all right, so opponent's going first. I don't hate it. Really would have liked a 1-drop there. What does this do? Makes human. Okay, so this is... They're just... Oh, there's the 1-drop right on time. So they're just playing an Aristocrats deck. Okay, we are drawing all of our Colossuses. No attacks. We're gonna just hold back. These Colossuses are really gonna line up really well against their deck. No attacks though. Yep. They're definitely doing stuff over there. Their deck is still pretty explosive. They can just accidentally. So we do have to be careful. But the fact that we drew all of these Colossuses, pretty crazy, right? I prefer to take the least amount of damage possible, but we're going to take 3 when these die, 2 from the Scorpion. They're going to be able to replay the Scorpion. Actually, we're taking them. Maybe it's better to... It's just better to take it. No block. Maybe it's just better to take it. So I think we have to kill the Lurrus. I think we have to kill the Lurrus here. Yep. So not gonna attack. Yep. Again, they have a lot of potential. All right, so let's... Yep. We're doing all the things just as well. This is just so much more than what they're doing. We're gonna pay. All right. Let's go, opponent. Yep. We did the thing better than you did the thing. So, yeah. That was pretty crazy. Being able to deal so much damage. We had all of the zombies in play. Diagraph Colossus is a house. So, yeah. So, we had 12 zombie tokens in play. Yeah. So, that was all. Just keep going. Next game, guys. So much damage. Turn. Banani. All right. Welcome to the game, Banani. Welcome to the game. What are we doing over here? Turn 1 into turn 2 into... Yeah, we're going to keep this. Do I want to shock? Well, we're going to play Cryptbreaker into turn 2 Wayward Servant into hopefully another land. That is another land. Let's go. I do think, God, I really want to get this down. Okay. We're not going to attack. We'll attack next turn, but this turn we're going to draw a card. Drawing a card here is important. Opponent's on some kind of aura / enchantment enchantress deck. Oh, it's the core spirit dancer deck. All right, you're doing your thing, living your best life. The heck does this do? +1/+1 and trample. That's not good. +1/+1 and trample. Well, no attackies this turn. Trample is kind of obnoxious. Now is the time for us to draw one of our removal spells. You are not our removal spell. We do this now? I think we do. Gain a little bit of life. Attacks. Don't want to just throw away one of our zombies into their 3/5. I'd really like to draw another land. Another land turns on a lot of possibilities. What does this do? Can't attack or block. It loses all ability as well. That's kind of all right. Well, we're gonna be tapping that thing. I don't think we're gonna live through it, but one of us is gonna be dead before this thing goes. What does this do? Enchanted creature has lifelink. Oh my god, all these lifelinking decks. Seven. Activate. Box. Take some damage. Draw some cards. Or a card. Alright, we definitely drew a land. So that's good. The land we drew, not the best land. However, I do think... ahead and... because whenever you cast... So, let's think this through. Do we want 2 zombies? This is 4 zombies, essentially. I think we do, right? A lot of zombies. I think we are... And what did we hit? Nothing good. They have to block. But if we attack with this, I mean... I'm trying to weigh the... Yeah, I think we just get in and put him to 1. Oh. I actually did not expect them to block that. I figured they would have just taken it and gone to 1. Because we were tapped out. We played a land. But okay. Holy. We might be dead. If they have another one of those, we're probably dead. Okay. So they're going to go up to 20. They have to attack, right? Like 100% have to attack. We have to block. So, see, pass the blocks. How much life do we want to preserve, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have exactly... I mean... So not blocking is the same and actually keeps us creatures, right? Because we would still use these zombies to draw cards. So I think we just have... Right, because this thing has trample. I think maybe the only thing we should have blocked with was... But I could be wrong. But I think we just have to all out here. I think we just have to all out. We're gonna gain life, so this is fine. This is a pretty crazy game, right? I really want to attack. All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 attackers, so they're gonna block 3 2/2. So let's just say they block 3 zombies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They take 10. Back. I think yep. I think we just turn them all sideways. Math is for blockers. So we can sack the zombie token over here to the tower to replay another Reaver, which is actually going to give us more. All right, so they blocked essentially the only way they can block. We're going to gain 1. We had none of our creatures die. All right, so let's sack this because we want to be able to at least generate an additional one. We draw a 1-drop here, which we did. Oh my god, we just won. Oh man. Pretty crazy game. Oh, we won anyway. Because of the zombie token. Ooh. Oh my gosh. We just beat a 13-5 trampling, life-linking Horus Spirit Dancer after they actually swung in and gained a bunch of life. Wow. This is a crazy, crazy deck. I love this deck. Oh man. Let's just keep it going. Let's keep it going. And I was right. One of us was dead before that Heliod's came off of that off that zombie. So, whew. Ooh, 1 into 2 into 3 into 3. Yep, we're gonna keep. We're gonna keep into 3. Holy mackerel. Well, let's not shock until we need to, right? We might just want to keep playing these. So All right, well, get in. Start playing some 3-drops. What is our opponent going to play for 3 mana over there? Okay. Does this hit Planeswalkers again? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, well, like I said, let's not... get rid of this. So if they Wrath us, I mean, we do draw, what, 3 cards? Don't hate it. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, so definitely going to remember to play the tap land first, because we're only going to do this for 1. X equals 1, target a player, target a creature. Boom. Let's just get in. I don't think this is a matchup where we need to be drawing cards, right? They're probably going to go Plains Wrath. We're going to draw 4. Have a full grip. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Right, well, this Concealed Courtyard is a little awkward right now. So I think the order we do this in is actually going to be this first into this, so we can get the other. I mean, that's a good rebuilding, right? Like if they Wrath us again, we still have a full grip. Not a full grip, but we'll still have 5 cards in our hand if they're 6 if it counts the card that we draw for our turn. We're presenting lethal. Definitely presenting lethal here. Our opponent has to have some other kind of removal. Yep, we have 13 power worth of creatures on the board. Can cycle Shark Typhoon. Block. This is actually that was a pretty huge hit. Let's land again. I think I want to play some stuff before we attack. Because again, I want to make sure that we have the most amount of damage on the board. I mean, if they settle us, they settle us, right? If they settle us, we still want to be able to say that we have rebuilding. Mystical Dispute. Okay. So they're gonna block this. They're gonna take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Doesn't have like trample or anything. We'll still have 1, 2, 3. I want to keep a zombie open so we can draw. So they're gonna cycle their Shark Typhoon. Yeah, block the 10/10. We're gonna take 9. We couldn't have killed them. That's why I didn't swing in with the Cryptbreaker. I want to be able to draw a card here. They might just have another. They're digging for one. Cross those fingers. Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, Jason, 44. Good game, my friend. Yeah, definitely able to swarm the board. This undead Aggro, really, really good at recovering from a wrath. All right, well, you guys know what that means. It is time for the final boss battle. So let's go. Let us go. Yeah, this deck. I mean, when we lost to this, what, the other day when we were playing our Jeskai Control deck? Yeah. Oh, We're gonna keep. We're gonna keep. Definitely an interesting assortment of lands. Buffalo Haven, okay. Holy. So. I mean, I think we're actually just going to take the turn off to play this. Next turn is going to be pretty crazy, right? We get to play champion number 3 into Lazotep Reaver. Oh, well, that's awkward. That's awkward. Why'd you have to do that? Well, that's awkward. Okay. Yep, Solemnity. Solemnity just like wrecks us. Oh my god. This prevents the amassing from happening. Like, all right. Well, we're about to get combo locked here. However, we can still win. Our deck can still beat the lock. So we do have a life loss combo in our deck. There is definitely one of those cards that we want to see. Yep. This will still hit him for 2. The 0/0 die immediately. Oh, this game would have been over pretty quick had gotta get this damage in now. Gotta get the damage in now, my friends, before they 9 lives up. I wonder if they realize that we can actually beat them yet. All right. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yep, you're doing the thing. All right, well, do what we came here to do. Like I said, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we're looking good for next turn. Ixalan's Binding. What do you think you're gonna binding? Like, what do you think is gonna actually come? Like, that's actually not gonna happen. because we are going to sacrifice. That way, in case we draw another one, good. Beautiful. Beautiful, my friends. Beautiful. Oh, and that is how you beat the 9 live Solemnity combo. But it's really weird how lately 9 live Solemnity has actually been creeping up, and I've been seeing a lot of it on not only in unranked but also in ranked while I've been playing. So yeah, something about people wanting to play 9 live Solemnity again is kind of just getting people to scratch that itch in order to try to lock people out. So I don't know, take with that what you will, but let's talk about this deck and how sweet it is. Let us definitely talk about it. All right, guys, welcome to the wrap up. This was an insane deck. This is probably one of my new favorite decks right now. I've been playing a ton of my blue-black Siphon or Sanity Siphon deck in ranked, and I think we're going to switch this up and just climb the ladder a bit with this. This deck is really fast. It is very versatile, and it can really just catch your opponents off guard, because you could have almost nothing in play, and then all of a sudden you have everything in play and your opponent's dead. So we saw so many different ways that this deck can win. It can win with aggression, by just putting in a few creatures and just getting in there. It can win by going wide and putting in a bunch of tokens and just winning, by swinging with like 20 creatures. It wins with the Return to the Ranks combo, because you're able to just bring back multiple copies of Corpse Knight or Wayward Servant, and able to just, gun your opponent, gun your opponent down from 20 life. And then it's just, it's just, there's just so much versatility in this deck. Having Giant Champion of the Parish, we had one game where I think it was actually a 10-10, and Cryptbreaker drawing us cards, Undead Augur refilling our hand after a Wrath of God in that last game, Lazotep Reaver doing the exact thing that we wanted it to do in regards to the Cryptbreaker activations on turn 2, Diagraph Colossus, getting those in multiplicity and being able to put in so many zombies in one turn, and then having all those triggers from the Corpse Knight and the Wayward Servant is really great. And like I said, I think the Stitcher Supplier is one of those cards that it is good because of the fact that it is a zombie, and it does synergize with a couple of our other cards in the form of Diagraph Colossus and Return to the Ranks, and also like Dark Salvation and Cryptbreaker. But I don't think you want to replace it with any of the come into play tapped 1-drops, because 1-drops are important in this deck specifically. You want to be making sure that you are hitting your 1-drops, because again, you do need targets to bring back with the Return to the Ranks. But I don't think you want to play any of the come into play tapped zombies for 1 mana, because of the fact that you want to make sure that if you are going to be activating your Cryptbreaker early on, that one of those come into play tapped zombies doesn't potentially stifle your ability to do that. So so this deck has great synergy, and again, we also saw a game where we won again against the 9 live Solemnity combo. And if anybody's confused there, and if you're still watching, maybe you didn't understand how we won that game, because they actually did have us, locked from damage with the 9 live Solemnity. 9 live says, prevent damage that happens to you every time you take damage. Put a counter on it. Once it gets to 9 counters, you sacrifice it. But then the Solemnity says players and other things can't get counters. But what happens is the Wayward Servant and the Corpse Knight, these are actually loss of life. This is not actually damage. So those are 2 different things. And the 9 lives does not prevent loss of life. It actually prevents damage. So this actually gets around that. And that is how we beat our opponent. So it was really cool to see that as well. And Dark Salvation is just a great mana, efficient mana removal spell in this deck. You know, we can play this for 1 mana if we have a bunch of other zombies in play, for 3 mana, for 5 mana. It's good overall. It's gonna give you value. You're gonna get a lot of value. So yeah. Really, really sweet deck. Like I said, I definitely recommend giving this a try. The only caveat to that is you are going to spend a ton of wild cards on this, because rare. All the lands are rare, literally, except for the swamp. Every land in this deck is rare. So yeah. Hey, no mythics though, so you don't have to worry about that. But still, this is a really powerful deck. I say give it a shot if you have the cards. And again, I always tell people build my decks at your own risk. But I do feel like, based on what we saw, this was a really powerful deck. You know, we went 6-1. We lost to one opponent who you know, was probably our worst matchup, gaining life and gaining life based on creatures that were coming into play. And even if they were our creatures coming into play, so that kind of hurts. Yeah, but sweet deck nonetheless. Again, if you enjoy the video, enjoy the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out all those links down below. Join the Discord. Please just say hi in the comments. Let me know you've made it to the end with the, you know, the Wombo Zombo combo deck. And any other words that you could fit in that rhyme with that. Let me know if you've got some other rhyming schemes that you'd like for this deck. With that being said, everybody, please stay safe, and we will see you all next time.